Do you want to feel like John Wick?
Yeah.
But don't want to sacrifice your family pet or have your car stolen? Do you want to take down enemies in so much style that even the pencil can become a deadly weapon? And that's what we are doing today. We're going to be counting on the top 5 VR games that make you feel like John Wick, with number 1 being the ultimate John Wick experience. Let's go! So at number 5 is Pavlov. Now everybody's played Pavlov at some point, and when it comes to John Wick style gameplay, it's Pavlov's slick movement combined with very smooth pistol play that gives you a very fun yet semi-realistic John Wick experience. The choice of pistols here are plentiful, and you feel like they have a little weight behind them, and there's nothing quite like leaning around the corner, pistol equipped, and popping somebody in the head and trying to perfect the art like Baba Yaga himself. The main issue with trying to be like John Wick in this game is you pretty much only have your combat knife to use, and when you do manage to take out an enemy with it, they just fall to the floor, basically making any style of hand-to-hand combat non-existent. Number 4 then is Pistol Whip. Now John Wick and Pistol Whip are a great combination because the game was tailored towards the fans of the John Wick style action movies by taking the epic music you would hear in a John Wick action set piece and turning it into an on-rails first-person shooting rhythm game. Not only do you have loads of guns to choose from, but you can now customize it however you like and then dual wield them until your heart's content. And last year they even added a melee mode, which allows you to take on enemies with an array of different melee weapons, including, yes that's right, a pencil. Now all of this coupled with the electron music gives you a heightened sense of epicness as you dodge, shoot and melee your way through the level. Baba Yaga would be proud of this one. At number 3 then is Blood Trail. Now this game you wouldn't find on many lists out there. Blood Trail, which is still being developed, is not only one of the most violent VR games there is, but it's also very close to a John Wick experience, because the premise of the game sees you in the shoes of an assassin and must take out the enemies. The main thing that makes this game a John Wick experience is the fact that the enemies will full on try to shoot you or stab you, and they won't give you much of a break. And while there aren't a huge amount of weapons, the dual wielding does feel epic. The best part about this game is that you can shoot the enemies in different body parts and they will react accordingly. You can shoot an enemy in the leg to make them fall over to give yourself a chance to reload, or you can go into slow motion and take out a few enemies in one fell swoop. The same goes for the melee weapons. You can incapacitate your enemies by hitting them anywhere on the body, and the melee combat is pretty decent as you can punch and grab your enemies, and if you wanted you can even use bad guys as a human shield. This is an incredible John Wick experience that's only let down by the fact it's still an incomplete game. And of course we don't have some epic dance music. Number 2 then is Boneworks. Now Boneworks is a physics-based combat game that offers a lot in terms of the John Wick experience. It has a huge variety of melee weapons, from hammers to katanas, all the way to throwing weapons like kunai, all of which can be mixed with guns to create a deadly yet stylish combination. Add in some sexy slow motion and the ability to jump, crouch and damage your enemy's specific body parts, then you have yourself a truly John Wick experience. The only way I find this is lacking is in relation to the enemies. Only one type of enemy actually uses any weapons, and the rest are just mindless zombies that just kind of flop towards you and try to grab you. So it's hard to feel 100% like John Wick when you're never in a proper gunfight, which is a shame considering everything else about this game is perfect. The game has mod support as well, which add a John Wick skin to the game, and they previously had a pencil mod, so you can kill all those men in a bar with ease. And now number 1 on our list, and the best John Wick experience in virtual reality, is Blade and Sorcery. Now you would have to have been living under a rock to not know what Blade and Sorcery is. The game is a medieval slasher, not much different from the previously mentioned Boneworks. And both of these contain mod support, which all add different kinds of guns to the game. Honestly, they would almost be the same game and be evenly placed at number 1 if it wasn't for the difference in AI. Blade and Sorcery's AI has different kind of enemies come at you armed with all different kind of melee weapons, and they will just attack you in many different ways, unlike Boneworks, which was mentioned before, are just mindless zombies. But you have everything else in relation to slow motion. You have the ability to crouch, to jump. You do have the added ability to kick in this game, which is epic when it comes to taking down enemies with combos. And because the game does have mod support, it adds endless amounts of guns and weapons for you to use. This game truly makes you feel like John Wick himself. Anyway, thanks for watching. That's it for now. Peace.